who are the top 5 teams in the NFL? This is a recurring segment I like to do because it changes on a weekly basis for the most part, right? Overall, I think we're still, well, I guess we'll see tonight with the Bills, right? Bucks are there. They take care of the Eagles, but they don't cover another big spread. Cardinals, undefeated. We knew that was going to happen. I mean, the Browns back down to earth. Baker, injured, the partially torn labrum. Running backs, injured. Chubb's out. Came out today that Kareem Hunt is now injured for a couple weeks. So the Cardinals remain undefeated, the lone undefeated team in the NFL. They beat the Rams. Rams still got to be there. Easiest cover ever was against the Giants. And the Chiefs showed another easy cover against the Washington football team. How far they have fallen, right? What happened to that defense year over year with Ron Rivera and company and Chase Young? But the Chiefs still have the best offense in the league. They're going to do that to you. Mahomes wasn't even great in the first half, and he could still put up insane numbers because he has the ability to just turn it on. I've got the Packers. Look at what they've done. I'm willing to throw out that Jacksonville game, right? The one the hurricane displaced. So the Saints were home at Jacksonville, and the Packers laid a stinker after a long offseason. Rodgers looked fine. Packers have looked great. They've won and covered 5 straight. They are right there because they've been back-to-back NFC title contenders, just falling short there in the title game. I think they're going to be right there again in a weak division. They dispose of the Bears. Ravens, huge win. I'm willing to throw that one out partially. They beat a good team. Chargers, that's a Pacific Coast team playing at 10 a.m. Their body time, right? These guys aren't really kind of focused that much on, getting adjusted to the clocks. I think they'd fly in that weekend, if not the day before, for these games. So again, it's the crazy football traveling cross country. Good team's going to put out a stinker every once in a while against a fellow good team, the Ravens. You got to do it in the playoffs, Lamar. 1-2 record, right? You got to do it in the playoffs for me to have you crack the top 5 as the Ravens, and the running backs are still completely banged up, right? Cowboys, I'm going to put there at number 8 because they could have lost to the Patriots, and I'm still, let's see, Trevon Diggs, he's probably a lock for at least defensive rookie of the year, maybe defensive player of the year. The interceptions and the pick sixes are great, but PFF is not very high on them. He creates big plays, but he also lets them up. So we'll see. Again, interceptions are nice, but the advanced metrics really kind of look at coverage in different ways than the casual stat sheet. But he's been great for the Cowboys. Cowboys, I'm certainly willing to. They look great with Dak. They've got weapons, CeeDee Lamb. The weapons are winning them games. But again, Mike McCarthy, I think, gets in his own way in terms of more times than not. So Cowboys right there at number 8 for me. We'll see what they can do out of the bye against the Vikings here on the road. I think it's a great year for football. Who's going to win it? You've got some new teams there at the top. Some familiar teams as well. The big names are playing well. Tom Brady leads the league in passing. How many years have we said this now? Crazy. Over 2,000 yards. This is astounding to me. Nick Chubb, who didn't play this Sunday, he is still second in the league in rushing. 117 more yards than him is Derrick Henry, who also did not play Sunday. He's going tonight. If he puts up another Derrick Henry game, another 120, I mean, he's going to be leading the league in rushing. He's going to cruise to the rushing title again. But again, it's very hard for running backs to win it. I still think it's wide open. And look, I'm going to give you a handful of quarterbacks here, and you're going to kind of go through them in your head and see there's almost an argument to make. You could give it a sentence about each of them, at least to this point. Still way too early to tell. But Matt Stafford's got to be in there. Mahomes is always going to be in there. Interceptions up this year, but the touchdowns always up. Kyler Murray, obviously, through the air on the ground. Most valuable players. Team's the only undefeated team. They were out without their coach this week, and they still blasted the Browns. Tom Brady's going to be there. He's great. He's got 17 touchdowns, 3 picks, I believe. Josh Allen, if he keeps it up tonight, we'll see. Aaron Rodgers got to be in there. Dak Prescott, talk about valuable. His team year over year, they were terrible last year. You plug them in, now all of a sudden they're one of the best teams in the NFL, top 8. And if you want to get technical, keep an eye on Jameis Winston. Bye week, so the yards aren't up there. He's not really throwing for a lot of yards, but 12 touchdowns. The picks are down, only 3. His team is above 500. Maybe it wasn't so far-fetched. The LASIK, Jameis Winston, still on the fringe, but really a toss-up, way too early to tell MVP case for the NFL.